Hi, welcome to Go with Yin Yoga. I'm Judy. Welcome to your Summer Solstice short program. At the end of this practice, I will have some other videos linked up so that you can extend this, make this a slightly longer practice if you want to. You don't have to. Today's practice is about cooling our fire. Fire element is the element of summer for obvious reasons. And if you're in winter in the southern hemisphere, all you have to do is plug in winter, or maybe I'll link some of my winter solstice practices up. I have quite a few on this site as well. So the affirmation I'm going to offer you in today's practice is I keep cool. And that's not only literal. Today happens to be an extremely hot day. It's a summer-like day, even though I am filming this earlier. It's also keeping cool, finding your joy, opening yourself up to love. All of those things are part of the fire element of summer. And this practice is themed around that. Not interested in that kind of theming? No worries. This practice is also going to help you open up your heart, which is very good for your posture, very good for your breathing. Work on strengthening the back and the hips as well. I do suggest you have all the props you need to be comfortable. I am sitting on a block. I also suggest you do that when you sit. I have a blanket behind me and I have a bolster. So gather that up along with a journal. I'll have some questions for you at the end. So if you'd like to journal, you may. Remember, make this your practice. Anything I offer is always optional. Feel free to come in and out of poses. Even though in Yin Yoga, we stay in poses for a longer time. And feel free to substitute poses. For some of these poses, I'm going to have links up here that will show you variations. Feel free to play around with that. Meet me back on your mat in an easy seated position. Just take 3 cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhaling joy, exhaling stale, tired energy. Inhaling happiness and love, and exhaling any tired energy. Go ahead, take your hands to your heart and begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. If not, allow them to just be a little bit unfocused, so that you can begin to go inside. Put the outside world away. Relax your forehead. Maybe a little smile playing around the corners of your mouth, relaxing that jaw. Relax your shoulders. Begin to notice if you feel different than you did when you sat down on your mat. And then slowly come off a prop if you are sitting up on one. Set it above you. You may or may not want to go grab one. Let's see, I'm going to try and stay on screen for you and not hit Bandit, who is recovering from surgery. Come into a tabletop position, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees, and pause. Begin to walk your hands down, bringing your heart down towards your mat. Maybe grabbing your block on your way down. And you can bend one elbow. This is known as quarter dog. And the hips try to stay over the knees. Your head can also come all the way down to your mat if that's comfortable for you. You can also press into your pinky finger if you'd like to. The pinky finger helps to send energy to both the heart meridian and the small intestine meridians, which are two of the meridians associated with the fire element. The last couple of breaths here. And slowly take the straight arm back towards your body, pressing into your palms, coming back into your tabletop position, pausing before we move on to our second side. Inhale, exhale, and stretch out the opposite arm. Bend the other arm out to bend the other elbow out towards the side. And feel free to come into Melting Heart, as it's known in Yin Yoga, completely. That is also an option. Again, trying to keep the hips over the knees. I keep cool. Feel the back body, the back of the rib cage expanding on the inhale and coming back together on the exhale. Making space for joy. Last couple of breaths here. And then slowly take the stretched out arm back under the shoulder. ahead and take the block and push it over to the side. And take your hips back to your heels, coming down into your favorite child's pose. Just a few breaths here. Last breath. Go ahead and stretch your arms out in front of you. Take your legs straight out behind you. It's okay, bud. You're all right. Bend the elbows out to the side. Stack one hand on top of the other, or grab your block and bring your forehead down onto your hands. I'm going to stay up so I don't muffle the mic. And begin to notice where you're feeling sensation in your body. And last breath. Go ahead and come on up to your elbows. If you have a blanket with you, I'm going to suggest that you grab that. You can also use a bolster. And I'm just taking it underneath our chest, coming into Sphinx Pose. And again, you can press into those pinky fingers, stimulating your heart and small intestine meridians. Slightly tucking, I hope you can hear me, I hope I'm not muffled. Slightly tucking your head. And keep your neck in line with your spine. Also let your head just drop down. If that feels nicer to your neck, that's an option. And play around with pressing into those pinky fingers if you choose to do so. Maybe press for a little while and then stop. And then maybe press again and just notice what sensations you feel. Relax the shoulders. I feel cool. Last couple of breaths here. If you choose to go into seal pose, if not, just stay in Sphinx. If you need to come out, feel free to do so. If you're coming with me and coming into seal, press into your palms to straighten out your hands, your arms. And if this is feeling like it's a bit much on your low back, you can try moving your hands forward. That may take some of the sensation out of the low back. We're only here for a couple more minutes, not even that. About 90 seconds. Your heart meridian, by the way, runs basically from your heart down through your inner arms, the underside of your arms, and comes off the pinky finger. And small intestine starts at the pinky finger and it goes up the outside of your arms and up towards your heart. And try and relax your shoulders. We're targeting more of the chest and the torso area. Last couple of breaths here. And go ahead and bend your elbows out to either side. Remove any prop you may have under your chest. Set that aside. And come back down into your crocodile pose. Allow your back to relax. Last breath here. And then gently come onto one hip, onto one side, bending the knees. Slowly walking your torso upright. Have your props close by. And take your feet together, the soles of the feet together, into butterfly pose. Knees come out. You can stay just like this. You can stay upright like this. You can begin to come down without rounding your spine, and you can come down with a rounded spine. I'm going to suggest taking a bolster or that folded blanket, putting it across your knees. So basically, giving a little weight onto the tops of our knees, which can just feel calming and kind of comforting. And we're getting into that chest and heart area. The color of summer is red, as you may have guessed by now. I'm also wearing my little heart ring and my heart earrings that are also rubies. I have a lot of heart jewelry because my birthday is Valentine's Day. And anyway, you can take a block, put it on top of the bolster, and put the third eye area between your eyebrows, slightly above and between your eyebrows, onto your block. Allow your face to relax. And let the shoulders soften. Feel the legs gently opening from the weight of the bolster. The weight of gravity no longer holds of Yin Yoga. I feel cool, or perhaps you'd like to say to yourself, I feel joy. When we're balanced in our fire element, we feel a lot of joy. And when we're imbalanced, we have real trouble connecting with our joy. And we'll go into that after the practice is over. Again, feel the back of your body, the back of your ribcage expanding, coming back together, bringing in that fresh oxygen, that fresh energy. And last couple of breaths here. And slowly remove any props you may have picked up to use. Place them over towards the side. Take your legs about a little wider than hip width apart, and then allow them to fold to one side and then over to the other. This should feel really nice on your low back. And you can also say to yourself as you're doing this, I calm my heart. And then take both legs straight out in front of you. Lean back onto your palms, which are a little bit behind your hips. And really just begin to have a slight back bend, opening across the collarbones, opening up that heart, making space for joy. Last breath here. And slowly push into your hands to bring your torso upright. And slowly come down onto your elbows and onto your back. Stretching one leg down towards the short end of your mat. And then the other one. Allowing your feet to fall open and your hands to come out from your body. Coming into your Savasana, allowing all the work you've done today to really calm down your nervous system, cool yourself off, open yourself up to joy to integrate into your body so you can take it off your mat and out into the rest of your day. So now is a great time to take your attention back to the intention you may have set at the beginning. And I offered physically that we're getting into our back and our hips and our heart area. Also keeping your cool and your joy throughout the summer months and really all year round. And the affirmation, I keep cool, or I feel joy. Allow your eyes to gently close if that feels comfortable. Allow your whole body to relax into the safety, the security, the stability of the surface beneath you. Feel free to stay in Savasana for as long as you need to feel cool, to keep cool, to feel joy. But if you do need to move into the rest of your day, go ahead and take any small movements you need to bring yourself back into this moment, feeling the length of your body and where it touches the surface below you. Maybe the clothes against your skin. And in your own way and in your own time, make your way up to an easy seated position. And then inhale. Bring both hands together in front of your heart, pressing into that heart space. Fingers point up towards the heaven and head slightly bows over your hands. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you feel cool in any situation. And begin to blink your eyes open, taking in your mat. Raising your head, allowing your hands to fall. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you found a lot of joy in this practice, that you feel calmer, that you feel cooler, maybe literally and figuratively. Your practice is over. I have a couple of things to say though, and I have some questions that you may want to journal on. So your choice whether or not you stick around. Stick around to the end. I have some other practices, as I mentioned in the beginning, that you can add on to this practice to make a longer one. I personally, the classic summer solstice practice is to do 108 sun salutations. I personally have never done that. And there are other ways to do it than just doing 108 sun salutations. But I just know that that's going to be a little too hard on my body. But then again, I have never tried it. So when I am filming this particular video, just yesterday, Bandit, the dog who's almost always with me, who you can't see much of because he's off camera, he had surgery on his growth. It was removed. He's doing very, very well. He's a 16-year-old dog, and he is in the beginning stages of heart failure, but he came through with flying colors, thankfully. But he does need to be watched pretty much all the time by either myself or my husband. He is wearing a soft e-collar, which he tolerates. He's not happy about it, but he tolerates, thankfully. So far he's not gnawing on the place where the growth was removed. So if you've been sending me good thoughts all throughout this process, I thank you so, so much. They seem to be paying off. Now I'd like to go on to some of the questions I have for you. So these questions are aimed for you to dive into about whether or not your fire element is imbalanced. Is your heart closed to prevent being hurt? Okay, that's a big one for me. I have had some hurts in the past, and I have a tendency to kind of go inward, kind of close off. On the other hand, I've had a lot of animals. Bandit is the very last one of them at the moment. So there has been a lot of hurt there too, because, you know, what happens with animals is natural. They just don't live as long as we do. There's Bandit's little bandage foot. So you can journal on that. Can you receive love? Sometimes I have difficulty with that one too sometimes. And as I kind of said with the other one, when you've been hurt or you're sad, do you have a tendency to withdraw from other people, to not be too social? I'm an introvert anyway, but you know, I do like to get together with friends. But I do have a tendency when I'm hurt and when I'm sad, when I'm mildly depressed, to go inward, to not be as social, to not want to get out of the house as much. Although if I'm in the house too much, quite frankly, I want to get out of it. And finally, I'd like you to think about what will make you happy, joyful really, today. What can you do to make yourself joyful today? For me, one of the big things is getting out into nature as much as I can. Even though Bandit can't walk right now, I went for a walk while my husband watched him this morning. And I like to, in the summer, sit on our deck for a while, midday-ish, to get a little natural vitamin D. And I read and I do some energy work. And I really, really enjoy that when it's not pouring rain, as it often is in upstate New York. Okay, right about now that you've made it to the end, I thank you. I am grateful. I have some practices for you. One is a meditation. Well, actually, one is a cooling breath. Let's start with that one. So that would be, you can add that onto this practice. Great one to add on during the summer. It's a relatively short practice. And after the breath, you could add on the Summer Solstice meditation. That one's also roughly 12 minutes, I think, 12, 13 minutes. It's a relatively short one. If you'd like a longer Summer Solstice practice, and not that it makes a difference, you're at the end now, but I'm going to try to remember to put that in the beginning of this video as well. Because if you want a longer one, I have an hour-long Summer Solstice practice, and you can give that a whirl. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really hope that you go out into the rest of your day happy and joyful.